Hello today and welcome back. Still making our way through the Shido Palace.
Ready? Let's go, Joker!
The vaunted Shido Palace that everyone loves, right? So we are now at, where the hell are we? We are by the pool deck, that's right. And we are on our way to get our second letter of recommendation, or introduction rather. What does this guy have to say? Calling our clothes boorish? Go change into swimsuits. Fine. Somewhere. So you'll have to hold on as I find. There we go. I was like, I should put on my glasses. I have things to read here. Okay. You'll forgive me if I've lost a little bit of a track as to where we were. It's been a day for me. It's been a day for you as well. Our target's here, right? Some sort of former noble. Yeah, let's find him and get a hold of his letter of introduction. So I believe I left off talking about some of the costume designs of our party members. You notice how this logo appears in a lot of places in the palace? It's like Shido's own logo. Why a politician would need like a big evil logo, I don't know. I think it might appear some places in the real world. I don't think it's just this palace. I think it's like on posters or something. Anyway, we got shadows roaming this poolside. So let's take care of them.
Show me your true form.
This is a big open area, so it's a little tricky to navigate.
Now's our chance! Beat 'em up!
Thank you, Futaba.
Do they have some treasure?
Not that I'm gonna get that treasure.
Psychokinetic moves should help here. It won't be abused by persona!
So let's continue talking about those just a little bit.
You can hit their weakness!
I even took the went through the trouble of writing some notes so that I would try not to forget as much.
Nice, Joker!
Oh, we had a backup attack.
Hey, I can take the shot! Hither here! Hither! You got them all!
That does it.
You won. Just like I thought.
And I didn't mention it last time, but I don't really consider Morgana in terms of like thinking about all the Phantom costumes because Morgana's design is just his design.
That was an easy battle.
There's even that class question that kind of like brings up how I think it was the one that was talking about like the golden and silver ratios. Maybe was that the one? But they talked about how that can even those kind of philosophies can go into the designs of like Japanese characters, particularly mascot characters. Then of course Mona chimed in and mentioned something, and of course it's like the designer's way of being like, see, this is how we made Morgana and Teddy for that matter as well in Persona 4. And both of those designs are like put in mind for the Japanese audience and like what gets over there and what can be considered like popular or cute or whatever. So I think it can be a little bit tougher to see that carry over to worldwide audiences. Me personally, I never cared all that much for either Teddy or Morgana. I mean, they are what they are, they're mascot characters, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't draw me the way perhaps it would a Japanese fan to see like the cute mascots. It was never that big of a deal.
Okay.
But maybe it is a bigger deal over there.
Child's play. Focus.
Like for one, Teddy and Morgana
See it.
both technically run the official Persona Twitter account, which is in Japanese. For years it was Teddy, and then last year it became Morgana. And actually recently, Teddy filled in and came back. And the way they do this is they just put the profile picture as either Teddy or Morgana. But they're one of those events at the end of July. No, it was like right before those events, but like Morgana left a tweet saying that he was gonna go celebrate the summer weekend or whatever at Destinyland, and so for the weekend Teddy came back and the profile picture changed and he filled in or whatever. So ridiculous.
Psychokinetic moves should help here.
Anyway, other costumes, Makoto's for one. Makoto has a weird costume design in that I feel like there's more importance placed on her persona than her costume. Because her costume's like this weird, like biker gang outfit almost. At one point, she's referred to as the post-apocalyptic raider or something like that. I care more about the fact that it took so many Persona games. I think I said this at one point, but so many Persona games before we got a proper link of Pope Joan, which is like the inspiration behind the Priestess Arcana to actually like make its way into Persona. So here's our noble. Let's talk to this snooty guy.
Hey.
You got a sec? Nice day today, huh? Actually, maybe not. I want to go swimming in the pool. Yeah. You give this a try, Panther.
What?
Hello there. We really would like to speak with you. We won't take much of your time. Will you listen? Please, sir. Sorry, but please leave me be. I don't have time for you rowdy children.
Hey!
You little... No, we apologize for our lack of manners. Come on, Skull. We should leave. Alright, regroup here. What the hell's up with that guy? Did he really have to be acting all high and mighty like that? To be fair, you walked up to him and said, "Hey dude, you need to approach this with more tact. Starting the conversation with a quarrel won't get us anywhere. Our approach doesn't matter if he won't listen to us. What are we supposed to do? Let's speak to the people around here. Perhaps we'll learn more about that man's temperament. At the very least, we might get some kind of hint." I guess that's better than nothing. Welp, asking for info it is. Now, does that bring back the shadows that I just killed? I hope not. It does. Thanks, Persona 5. Man. I was very, like, particular about how I went around the pool killing them. There we go. Just gotta wait for you to turn around.
True form.
Alright. Okay, other designs. So Futaba's like my second favorite. I love Futaba's design so much. It's fantastic. It's a little cliche though. Like the wiry green design that goes into her costume as well as Necronomicon. Because you know how it is. If you're a hacker, you gotta have scrolling green text on your computer. So I understand why maybe someone doesn't like that. But it looks cool. Necronomicon looks super cool. The first time I saw it in PvO4, I was like, oh, her Persona's a UFO. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
That was easy.
Somewhere.
But what's really cool about Necronomicon, I think I have to talk to this woman. Masked guest. Isn't this swimsuit marvelous? It's part of a new line by one of the premier fashion designers. The bar here actually rents out swimsuits just like these. Oh, Ryuji. You remind me of a certain guy I knew back in 2011 in Inaba. Got the perfect plan. Oh, that last laugh was scary. Forget about that. Onward to the bar, you guys. Oh boy. Can imagine how this will end. So what I really like about Necronomicon is obviously the actual IRL Necronomicon is like a fictional book in Lovecraftian horror filled with like forbidden knowledge and whatnot. The eldritch truth, as Bloodborne would say. Alright, let's talk to you. Welcome, sir. How may I help you? Hey, you guys rent out swimsuits, yeah? Give us some ASAP. But of course, just show me your boarding pass and we will have you sorted right away.
Wait!
You moron. Come on, Skull. Let's get out of here. You too, Joker. Seriously, Skull, what were you thinking? Did you get the sudden urge to go for a swim?
Nah.
Nah, that was part of my plan. Over there's the fitting room. I'm just gonna need your help finding a way in, Joker. Okay, let's break into this fitting room. So Necronomicon represents the forbidden knowledge or whatever. And well, what is cognitive science in the Persona 5 universe? It's a super forbidden knowledge in the sense that if you know about it, there's a good chance Shido will have you killed. So that's why I like it, because after her mother's death, Futaba sought out Wakaba Ishiki's research, learned a bit about cognitive science. It's the knowledge that her mother knew, and unfortunately what got her killed as well. So that's why I like Necronomicon. Isn't it cool? Shut up, Ryuji. Alright, let's do this stupid scene.
Yeah.
You did it, Joker. We do seem to be inside the door we saw earlier, but why? And more importantly, isn't this a fitting room? Just trust me. Wait here and I'll be right back. What's he up to? I have a really bad feeling about this. It's perfect. This'll totally work. Skull, you have quite a scary look on your face. Actually, it's creepy. Don't worry about that. Come on, let's head back to where that former noble dude is. This'll end well.
Hey, it's you girls' time to shine.
I didn't think that we were really going with such a simple plan. Well, there's no way guys lounging by the pool would not check out girls in swimsuits. I want to go home. Are we really going to do this?
No, it's for our plan. Will you stop saying stuff like that with a straight face? If you guys don't hurry, he's gonna go off somewhere.
Hello. It's a nice day, isn't it?
What do you want?
Would you grant us a letter of introduction to Mr. Shido?
A letter of introduction, you say? I would never give one to some nobodies like yourselves.
A nobody?
I've made my decision to only introduce those with a prestigious lineage. No matter how beautiful you girls may look on the outside, your ancestry cannot be changed.
Yes, that may be true, but... well... we're...
I'm quite charmed to meet you, sir. My name is Ann Windsor.
on Windsor?
My father is the descendant of British royalty.
I beg your pardon.
Seriously?
These girls are the daughters of my retainers.
Oh yes. Lady An treats us quite well.
Ah, are you half British, Anchan?
I am.
Your features are definitely different from Japanese girls. One can easily tell at a glance.
People tend to have such misconceptions, but that isn't true. My hobbies include tea ceremonies. Then again, my father forced me to learn that art.
I see. I sense a noble aura that is different from your servants.
Servants?
Lineage is absolute, no matter how much effort a commoner exerts. It is a gap that cannot be filled.
You're absolutely correct. I do feel a little sorry for these girls.
For real?
By the by, about the letter of introduction, if you'd be so generous to grant me one, I'll consider introducing you to my father.
Oh, then consider it my way of sending my regards to him.
Thank you kindly.
But goodness, do you look great in that swimsuit. And such an amazing body as well. You look like you could be a model.
Oh, no.
Did you make sure to put on sunscreen?
Hey,
As members of prestigious family lines, why don't we get on more intimate terms?
excuse me?
Come now, you peasant servants should take off. You're making her embarrassed.
Would you kindly stop this?
Want to try on some other swimsuits in my room?
Don't touch me, you perv!
Oh, huh?
Now that I'm done using you, get away, you creep! This guy's a molester!
What the? How dare you set me up like this?
It's your fault for falling for such bad acting.
Oh, shut up! We're doing this!
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. No, I don't have the party for this. I should have kept the original party before I did this fight. Oh, well. So what's great about that scene is, in the Japanese version,
I don't know what's weak.
well, obviously they had to try to fit it for localization with the English dubbing and whatnot, but in the Japanese version, Ann's voice actor literally breaks out the English because she's the one person in the party who can speak English. So it sounds something like hello, my name is Ann Windsor. It's nice to meet you. And it's a super awkward scene.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking
Oh, that did next to nothing. Oh, great. This is going to be a tough fight. I wish I had Ryuji. I should probably use the Togo system here and put him on. Let's see, how should I do this? The question is, who do I want to take off? And I'm going to choose Haru, so let's increase defense. Now we'll increase accuracy and evasion. Make sure I don't eat it in this mini boss fight. Alright, Haru, you gotta go.
Let's do this.
Oh, fuck off, Marin Karin. The attack that used to never hit before Persona 5.
Squeeze the brainwash! Come on, this is your chance. Hit him where it hurts. Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
Let's go.
All-out attack.
Don't attack Joker, please. Oh, fuck off.
Save you.
I appreciate it.
Persona.
Wait, I might have something for that. No. See, this is where I get confused in terms of what I've bought and what I haven't, because I have two different playthroughs going. Yeah, here we go. Fuck you.
Skull, you sure showed me.
This is it.
Beat him up.
Nice miss. But stagnant air, so that's going to increase the odds on the next round.
Come. You're mine.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. They're done for. Persona.
Whoops. Kill Joker just in case.
Let's go. Persona.
Skull, you sure showed me.
Let's tear him apart.
All-out attack.
Slam.
Yes!
We got the letter of introduction. Only 3 more left. Were you asking Shido for mental shutdowns too? Contrary to past methods, gaining wealth by lineage alone is quite difficult these days. That's why I begged to be allowed onto Lord Shido's ship. In return for introducing wealthy nobles to him, I requested he enact mental shutdowns for me. I see. So this system of introductions is taking place in reality as well. Lord Shido is extremely cautious about the passengers he chooses. So he's screening potential associates to find wealthy people who won't betray him. And that's why the passengers are wearing masks. He isn't deceived by people's outward appearances.
That aside.
In any case, On, your acting skills have developed quite strongly since our nude incident. Half the party doesn't know what he's talking about. Just stop bringing that up. Oh, that was a missed opportunity. They should have had like question marks above
Just for
half their
clarification,
heads.
You aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
Good heavens, no. Everything is as written in the reports.
I hope you remember the conditions for our arrangement. Support me as best you can. Understood?
Yes, of course. After all, I am thankful for your aid, Mr. Shido. I'll call in some favors from some old acquaintances and take part in the birth of Prime Minister Shido.
I'll have you step down if I catch wind of any slack on your end. Are we clear?
Crystal, I'd rather not meet the same fate as those I've eliminated thus far.
Good.
Nice.
We have 2 letters now, just the TV station and IT presidents left, and then the cleaner after them. Let's see. One of them is apparently at the slots, and the other doesn't leave his room. Well, the map says there's an entertainment hall up ahead. Maybe the slots are there?
Indeed.
Seeing for ourselves will likely be the quickest way to find out. Let us proceed onward. And the shadows are back. Fantastic! So, where were we? One last party member to talk about in terms of costume design? That'd be Noir. If you've followed me for a little bit, you know that Haru may not be my favorite character in Persona 5, at least out of the party members. But the Noir design is awesome. I love Noir, and I love Milady. Alright.
Ice attacks are out. They're weak, so don't let your guard down.
That works.
Losers.
Good work, everyone.
Right, I should switch the party back. Get a Noir on here. Yeah, I think the axes are cool. I think the grenade launcher's cool. It's a very appealing design overall. So we get her back on. Get out of here, Ryuji. Doesn't she look nice? She's neat. There we go.
I can feel it.
Bit of a sensitive subject to bring up just a little bit, but I remember when Haru's design was first revealed last year,
Reveal your true form.
and people were like looking into it. One of the topics was like whether or not there was any sort of like underlying hints towards of like transsexuality in Milady's design, and that stems from the fact that there's a really popular age-old theory that the actual character Milady may have actually been a man that was like hiding some sort of big secret. Now granted, I'm not like the Three Musketeers expert, can't tell you exactly where all that originates from or anything, but I know that it's a popular theory that's been going on long before Persona 5. So I really like the idea that perhaps the Persona design like hints at that just a little bit, because Milady like packs a bunch of weapons and whatnot under her skirt. The idea that she's like packing heat with her. Whether or not that was intentional, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me knowing Sojima, the character designer, artist designer.
Just like I thought.
he tends to think of things like that. So maybe. Thought that was a cool detail.
Okay. I can feel it. Easier than
Well,
cleaning
let's
my
back up.
brushes.
I would like to kill you before I leave this area. There we go.
I'll reveal your true
You can also see that there are a bunch of pool guests that we never talked to. That's because you're supposed to like shoot in the dark and try to find the right person.
Psychokinetic moves should help here. It won't be a problem.
Whoops. What? Did not mean to do that. Oh well.
You can hit their weakness.
Not a big deal.
Harvanti, go down.
Although you can see that SP drain gets a little heavier at this point in the game, thanks to skills that just take a lot of SP. Now we got a lot of good stuff on us, but it will definitely outrace the SP adhesives.
Florida, keep it coming, Noir. Good choice. They're done for. So much for them.
Okay.
And then eventually when we see Akechi again, because obviously we're going to run into him eventually. Oh man, I forgot that this part happens now. Okay, we got another big ass floor with more mouse puzzles. Okay, let's get work into this. Eventually we will see him again. And when that happens, I'll talk more about his crow design, how much I like it, because it's my favorite one. There it is.
Hey, look at this.
We turned into mice again? I guess that means there's a Shido statue here too. How troublesome. Maiad mice would be to pro-squeak cautiously. Oracle, Maiad mice would be... I believe she heard you the first time. Anyway, can we focus on the task at hand? I really love the chemistry that Yusuke and Futaba have. It's so nice. The fact that the first time he pulls that, she's just like, oh, go to hell. Come on, Shadow, stop being a jerk. Oh my god, go down that hallway. Okay, here's my tunnel. Although I guess I could have just turned into that hallway and turned back. But I wouldn't have been able to open this door. Oh, I got spotted from behind. Are you serious? If I run forward... Okay, this is weird. We've unlocked the door, but how do these hallways even work? Don't worry, I know how it works. And apparently the cutscene caused the alarm to go away. Whatever, that was weird.
It's somewhere.
Ah. Baron.
Enemies beneath us.
Oh, I don't have you, Baron.
Easy if you stay
I
focused.
don't remember what your weakness is. Maybe it's Zio? I can't freaking remember.
Go down.
Nope. Resist. The exact opposite.
Let's go.
How about Bufu?
You're really scary. Please calm down. Persona!
Sayadine? Well, this works. Join my cause.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
Oh, that's right. I have a bunch of empty space because we did fusions at the end of the last episode. Forgot about those.
Okay.
Alright, let's heal our party.
Focus.
Yeah. Almost missed this. And because I've been thinking about whether or not I'm going to do the
Careful.
New Game Plus secret fight,
Carefully.
I've been doing a little more research into the stat manipulation that you can do, the meta game.
Now's our chance. Beat him up.
And it's something you can do, but it's very time consuming is what I've learned. money consuming as well. You need a lot of cash flow to be able to pull it off. Basically, it has to do with using the gallows. So you take the persona that you want to have like really great skills, and then you take it to the gallows, and when you sacrifice, you hang a persona there. The stats that you get on the persona you're adding them to is kind of random, so you can like back out and back in the menu several times to get the stats that you want, which is very reminiscent of Persona 3 and 4. Back in the day, when the skills you would inherit in Persona fusions were not like chosen, they were random, and you had to like frickin' manipulate the fusion over and over and over again before you could get the skills that you wanted. So that's what it reminds me of. It's like the exact same system, but it probably doesn't take as long. Anyway, so you do that, and eventually you get the stat upgrades that you want. Do you have anything I want? No. Don't I already have King Frost on me? Maybe I fused him out. I don't know. No, I'm gonna kill you. Sorry, buddy.
Don't forget this feeling. Good work, everyone.
So yeah, you do the gallows and you add the stats to the persona that you want to like eventually get perfect stats on. But then because you can only use the gallows on a single persona once per day, what you do is you register your like newly upgraded persona in the compendium. You then delete it from your list or fuse it out or whatever, and then you buy it back from the compendium, and that'll let you do the gallows yet again. So to do this in a single day with like one persona, you're constantly adding stats, saving it, deleting it, buying it back, so it becomes very time consuming and money consuming. You need a lot of yen to do this. It could take like millions of yen just to do it with one persona. So I'm thinking about doing that now on my New Game Plus file. Yoshitsune is the persona that everyone likes to just completely break. It has a skill set that allows you to just destroy the game. And it was that way in Vanilla P4 as well, I believe.
I'm not done.
Alright. How do I want to do this? Okay, so we never found out Barong. Oh, that's right. We got him through... He gave himself up, so it was Garu and Curse as well.
Curse skills will work.
It's time. Something else.
This is your chance. Hit him where it hurts.
Here we go.
Go down.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
Moving muscle.
All out attack.
3,000 yen.
Okay. I could have handled that myself.
One thing I'll probably end up doing in my personal file is, because I've done this in P3 and P4, is I will likely... Should unlock that just in case.
Yes.
I'll probably create a min-max version of Arsene and pump it full of skill cards with great stats. Because I really love the idea of keeping the starter persona for personal use and making it as strong as possible.
I'll reveal your true form.
Persona 4 Golden was like super broken when it came to perfecting persona stats.
Don't rush.
You could literally do just about anything.
It should be easy if you stay focused.
I don't remember what your weakness is, but I'm gonna guess Bufu. I got it right. Sweet.
You're looking cool.
If so, then won't you overlook this? Let's make a deal. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I've never seen what happens if we get the warning shot during the neutral phase. I wonder if it works the same. It does. Maybe I did do it before.
That's a new one, isn't it?
Okay.
I see a shadow.
Where? Down there? Yeah, there's a guy all the way down there. Okay, can I open this door? No, I can't. This one's locked. Alright, there we go. Add that to the map. So we can see how we're going to eventually loop around back there. So this shadow is in my way. See if I can catch up to him. Maybe. Long way to go. Got him. Trio of Titanias. That is really strong. That's that psi boost that she's got on her. Around this time in the game, if you begin to get to absurd levels, absurd hugeness, Haru becomes really strong. She is an offensive tank, especially with those gun skills. That's right, I can unlock this door.
Okay. Joker, do you notice anything here?
You mean the Shido statue that's clearly in this room? Or no, the switch or whatever. The switch for the Shido statue. Alright, but I want to see what happens if I go over there. That room might be a mouse room. Guess we'll find out. I need to get you before you go back in there, though.
Your true form.
Her skills will work. Joker took one out.
Trying to get a little bit of SP back on Joker. Probably won't become a big deal in terms of like conversion. Conservation? That's the word I'm looking for. Conservation.
Okay. Somewhere.
Alright, now is there a tunnel in this room? Because obviously, we have the statue here. There is. There's this tunnel. Gotta make it to this
There's
corner.
a shadow up ahead. The decision is yours, Joker.
Oh, Yusuke, you're so close to me right now.
Show me your true form.
Also, our levels have finally evened out to the point where we're about where we need to be. The Reaper kill has nullified itself more or less.
Come. Hold on. It's time.
This should do it.
You're mine.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
Let's go.
All out attack.
Which really says that maybe grinding would have been necessary at some point. Well, no, that's not true, because I missed out on so many fights in the casino palace by having myself be a little overleveled, so insta-kill caught up.
I lend it.
Enemies annihilated. Now, good. Let's continue. Good work, everyone.
All right.
Alright, heal everyone. First I gotta take this. We should unlock this door. So even if you turn the switch off in that other room, you can't progress past this door without being a mouse anyway. Alright. Now we can go back. We want to be completionists. Alright. I have to open the door. I'm such a fool. Come back. Then we can hit this switch. Behind me. Can open up this door now to find a treasure chest. What do we have? A useless accessory. More.
I have something.
Oh, this tunnel would have connected to this room as well. Okay. Pressing onwards. Whoops. That was supposed to be a steal.
I'll reveal your true form.
So a few other things that I've come to consider over the last 24 hours in regards to the story that maybe some people don't like. I'm kind of neutral on it myself. Is the idea that such a big part of the story with the whole tricking Akechi thing and the weird plan to, you know, play chess with him. A lot of that's hidden from the player. So obviously, the like in-universe excuse for this is, oh well, the hero is all drugged up in interrogation, and the first like 3/4 of the game are told via his memory. So because of the drugs, he doesn't have the best memory. So you as the player didn't get to know all the details about the plan and whatnot. So that's how they kind of explain it in universe. But at the same time, I can understand how people might feel like, oh, that's a little cheap. That, you know, you hid such important details from the player. On the other hand, I would argue there's also the fact that this game went a little... Persona 3 did this. Persona 4 lightened up on this idea, and P5 kind of brought it back. And that's the idea of seeing a lot of cutscenes in third person. So because it's like an RPG, it's like, oh well, Joker's you. You're the protagonist, right? So everything Joker experiences, you experience. But that isn't necessarily the case all the time, because as the player, we knew a bunch of things that the party members don't know. We get to see cutscenes that the rest of the team, including Joker, don't see. Like, for example, the conversations between Sainijima and Goro Akechi that happen a lot during the game over at the police department or wherever that is. We also knew full well ahead of time, far before any of the Phantom Thieves knew, that the public prosecutor's office, the actual official government entity, could not be trusted because the SIU director is incredibly shady, and he's like super shady from hour 1 of the game. Like the first time he has a cutscene where he's like by himself in his office, it's like, what's this guy's deal? Why is this guy super evil? And so it kind of like lets up that like, okay, there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's this big conspiracy that involves the metaverse that the Phantom Thieves don't really know what they're getting themselves into. And they don't know that, but we know that as the player, as the one holding the controller. So I feel like it kind of goes both ways. Yeah, maybe you didn't know everything that the Phantom Thieves knew, but you knew a bunch of things that they couldn't know. So to me, it evens out, and it's not that big a deal.
I can feel it.
I do think it's a bit messy in terms of how much like went into the Akechi plan, and like how hard they have to explain some of that stuff and like account for so many things, to the point where there's literally just that moment where after it's all over, you can question Futaba, and she'll just like outline this big detailed plan, and it's just fed to you in text form. It's like, man, this is super complicated and obviously not very easy to tell in the way of a game, that it was not intuitively told. I like that they accounted for a lot of things though, because not to say that Persona 5 doesn't have this problem from time to time, it does. Persona 4 had this problem, in that to progress the story along, sometimes things aren't always accounted for, or sometimes characters make really illogical decisions. So, for example, in P4, not to spoil anything, but ultimately with like the confrontation with the true culprit in Persona 4, the real killer, much kind of almost similar to how Akechi kind of screws up and mentions pancakes. Like, what a dumb decision. Like, had you not just confronted the Shujin high school kids in the stupid hallway, maybe you could have gotten away with everything. Maybe. Well, similarly in Persona 4, the killer is sort of like caught and has things traced back to him or her because of a really stupid decision that they made that they didn't have to do. I should probably go turn the switch on. There's a freaking tunnel in that room that I'm not being able to use. Focus. So the killer makes a really dumb mistake, and it's like, oh, that cost you everything. That's a way to go, stupid. You didn't even have to do that, but you did it anyway. There's also like another really bad decision that the killer makes that, like in the middle of the game, where it's like, in retrospect, why did you do this? Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to want to do this. Like, whatever. It makes no sense. And so, like, in regards to the way, like, the whole extra explanation dump works with Futaba, it's like, I can kind of get it. What the hell am I doing? I am super lost right now. I'm getting distracted talking about stuff. Alright. Okay. I'm a fool. Once I unlocked that door by the switch, that was my key to turn the switch back on and then use my newly unlocked door. Got it. Now it makes sense, right? Oh, did I not unlock it? Are you fucking kidding me? Great. So I have to go unlock. I thought I did. Maybe it relocked? No. The doors reclose themselves sometimes in these mouse puzzles. It's super weird. It doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, I opened this door, then I turned into a mouse. Now the door's closed. That way they don't want you going through the hallway as a mouse. It's really dumb. Okay, here we go. I hope that's not how this door works. There we go. Alright, so that door's unlocked now. Now if I hit the switch, turn my mouse powers on. See how the door closed when I just opened it, but now it's not locked, so no big deal. Here we go. Now I need to get over to that square room. There should be a tunnel there. I did it. Just the master. Master at puzzles. I've only done this palace like 6 times, whatever.
Okay.
Also, a very weird thing that I brought it up when it happened, but it never gets brought up again. Like, I'm disappointed that it doesn't happen during the interrogation with Sai, because I was like, oh, that must be important. That's totally a thing, but then it's not a thing. And it's like, oh, okay. And that's the whole death of Principal Kobayakawa, and the fact that his death goes down while the majority of the party is in Hawaii. And I said when it happens like that, well, that gives us an alibi, doesn't it? If this guy has like a mental shutdown and gets hit by a truck, while most of the Phantom Thieves have a rock-solid alibi of being out of the country. Yeah, and guess who's not out of the country when that happens, and even has like a TV appearance around then? Akechi. Who would have imagined?
Her skills will work.
Persona.
Alright, here we go.
Go down.
Ah, boo. What was your thing? Garu. Shit, so I have to attack.
Wind attack.
What a waste of SP here.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. All out attack.
But yeah, that fact's never brought up, to my knowledge, in the interrogation. I think they, like, she asked him, like, did you kill him? And, like, your response is basically, like, what reason would we have to kill the principal of Shujin Academy? Doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that? But I'm more so like the idea, like, why wasn't it brought up? Like, you couldn't have killed him. Especially, like, once you learn about how, or once Sai kind of figures out how the metaverse works, more or less. It's like, no, we couldn't have done it. I'm an idiot.
Can we?
I have something.
Okay, so I need to go all the way back and turn the stupid switch off so I can get through that door. Ugh, Persona 5. And of course there's like an area load right here through that door, so it makes it even more troublesome to do. Don't you just love this palace? I know I do. I'm shitting on this palace a little hard, aren't I? But we haven't even seen why I don't like this palace yet. This stuff is just... this is just busy work right here. and that guy came back. What a jerk.
I'll reveal your true form.
So that you don't get in my way.
Now's our chance. Beat 'em up. Do they have some treasure?
I am thou.
Alright, why wouldn't we go for that treasure? Just to show off what it may be. Now obviously rare items change from enemy to enemy. What an item. It's a blank card. Like, really?
It's time to pull out.
Now granted, I guess if you're going super hard on skill cards, that's really useful. But at this point in the game, like, not really. It's not that useful. Especially because you encounter rare items, or rather blank cards, inside of mementos fairly frequently. Okay, so the way to get in that whole way is to go mouse form. Probably could have done that. Right? Yeah, oh well. I'm sure it's just, there's probably an item back there. Who cares? At this point, who cares? This is where I can feed into the internet's favorite gaming meme of, it's like Dark Souls.
Shadow ahead.
In the sense that you play Dark Souls, at least the first game, where sometimes you have to go out of your way to get like items. You're like, oh, I really want that item over there, but it's gonna be hard to get, and then you get it and you're like, wow, this is a really good item, but not for me, not on my build. I don't actually need this. And that's how I kind of feel about Persona 5 items at this point.
No.
Where it's like, oh, I bet there's a thing in that hallway, but is it actually gonna make me stronger? Not really.
Not that war. Please don't resist. Beat 'em up.
Now watch me be super wrong. Someone looks it up and it's like, there's actually a Soma in that hallway. Damn it. Missed out on a Soma. Actually, I do know where a Soma is in this palace.
That was an easy win.
I know because it's super missable, and if you don't get it when you have the opportunity, you never have the chance to go back for it. There we go. Finally, I get to jump on someone in this room. Wow, we're getting bullet hails and treasure skimmers. Multiple skills can activate.
Let's go. There.
Joker took one out. Stand still.
Do it.
All out attack.
Maybe I should have been negotiating a little bit for money. Can't remember whether or not we're gonna get the opportunity to get like more equipment upgrades. I think we can, at least from a wise shop. I mean.
I'll reveal your true form.
So for the first time in several palaces, cash is a bit of an issue.
Got the advantage. Don't rush this.
Mainly because we couldn't get the Chihaya bonus today, thanks to the weather.
Two shadows knocked down. Go for broke, Noir. Persona. Astarte, descend. Florida, keep it coming, Noir. You can't miss this chance. They're done for. So much for them.
All right.
Alright, how many more shadows are in this room? Just one?
Show me your true form. The guard is down.
Think we can win with a rush now. There we go.
Glad we won. Good work, everyone.
Okay. I can
A
feel it.
decisive victory.
Alright, so our door at the end of this room definitely is locked, I believe. Or maybe it's not. No, I guess it's not locked.
I have something.
This is just a challenge room. Beat all the shadows. So we only missed that hallway. Whatever. Not a big deal.
I can feel
Anything in here? Maybe no. Alright, we reached the back deck. Look. Security is being amped up. What the? That seems to be a shadow too. Be careful, guys. He looks way tougher than the other ones. You think they're tightening security? It wouldn't be surprising. We've taken down 2 targets after all. Let's proceed forward cautiously.
focus.
Well, let's start off by getting this guy over here.
I'll reveal your true form.
Well, that was an insta-kill. Don't think Mr. Bartender has anything to say. Don't even know why they gave us the option to talk to him. So I wonder if these lawn chairs will hide me. Well, I can get behind them. I'm gonna try to get up here real quick though.
Show me your true form.
Got ya. Yeah, they're like SWAT cops. Oh, Oberon, you will be mine shortly.
If I knew they were thin.
Actually, you might not be. I might be too strong for you now that we landed that that bullet hail. Random fire. I can't remember what they call it in the English one. Bullet hail, right? They changed names between Japanese and English versions. Oh, that totally worked. Just enough.
Go down.
Right off their feet.
No sudden
Nice,
movement.
Joker.
Couldn't you at least make me a cup of tea or something? Hell, that'd be real polite. Brew your own. That works. There's your warning shot. Oh, they retreated. Darn.
Let's withdraw.
So that can happen with warning shots. Probably has something to do with temperament.
All right.
Gotta get it the old-fashioned way. Or get lucky and have Oberon surrender. That might happen as well.
I have something.
So here we go. Safe room. Perfect timing.
This place looks safe.
We are at the back deck. Let's go to the front deck now. So we've been all the way through the ship. And velvet room time.
Do you need something?
How goes the rehabilitation?
The inmate needs our.
Let's see what we can get. So I went up 1 level. Oh, Surt's still on the table. He's super tempting. Nebrios is finally available, as is Seiryu. Or is it Seiryu? I think it's Seiryu. Oh, Shinurbog. Oh, 1 level from Quetzalcoatl. Darn it.
Looks pretty tough. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive extra girls. Let us begin.
All right.
Fear boost. But I have nothing that actually inflicts fear unless it comes in on the next skill. Oh, but you can inflict it via bloodbath. Ooh, myriad slashes is a good one. think it's really better than Bloodbath though. But that screws up my it screws up having Fear Boost as a passive skill. That's so dumb. Screw it, get rid of Mudoon. Never use Mudoon. What am I saying? I used it in this episode. For like the first time in ages though. Sort by level.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Choose the inherited skills, inmate.
Definitely want Messiahdyne. Right.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive. Girls, let us begin.
Oh, she might have learned Messiahdyne on her own though. That might have been a mistake.
Okay.
Ooh, Miragidyne. That's nice. Oh, Heat Wave means nothing to me with some of the skills that I have. One off of Fornius. That would be a really worthwhile fusion with those materials. Alright. Yes, I am done here. Let me look at our stats to see how far off Joker is from 63. Ooh, still a ways to go. Over 11,000. Closer to 12. Okay, let's get us back to our back deck.
We've arrived. Now, what do we do?
I should write something.
We save. No. Save in the same spot. We're at 99 hours, 36 minutes. So in the next one, we will reach what I consider to be the halfway point, which isn't too far away. Maybe it's closer to like the 2/3 of the waypoint. But I will reach that spot, and then I'll actually back out of the palace and take a little bit of a break for an afternoon. And then we'll head back again the following day to finish it up, to make it to the end and secure our route to the treasure. We will go over the 100-hour mark the next time as well. So look forward to that. Let's continue getting ever so close to confronting that bastard Cheeto. What a jerk.